everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be packing for my trip, and I wanted to kind of show you more of in more detail about me packing, but I'm not going to have a lot of time because I always pack at the last minute. I never have time for anything, and I'm losing my daylight. So I'm going to have to go ahead and pack, and what I'm going to do, I think, is go ahead and pack all of my stuff, and then I'm going to show you how I packed it. And you know, after it's put together, I'll just kind of like lift things out and talk about what I did and how I packed for my trip. But before I do that, I am making me some supper because I do need to eat. I'm going to have me a tomato sandwich. And I just want to show y'all how good these tomatoes look. This is the tomatoes that I'm going to use for my tomato sandwich tonight. And these are German Johnson tomatoes. These are the best tomatoes in the world. I was just telling Caitlin that when I was growing up and younger, I did not like tomatoes at all. And then when I got married, my husband is actually the one that introduced me to the German Johnson tomatoes. And after I had this on bread with mayonnaise, with salt and pepper, that was all it took. And so I love tomatoes now. Now there's some tomatoes, of course, I don't think as good as others. This is my favorite. So I do get excited, you know, this time of year, because usually at the end of August is kind of like the season's over. So you only get like 2.5 months to get these type of tomatoes. But I'm gonna make me a tomato sandwich, and I've got me some chicken noodle soup that I made last night on the stove that I'm gonna eat. And after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and pack up my stuff, and then I'm gonna show you how I did all that. But before I do that, I do want to say that when I'm packing, I like to go ahead, usually do it on my bed. Tonight I'm going to do it on my table, or my dining room table, but I do like to go ahead and get out the things that I know that I'm going to pack. Of course, I will have to go and grab some things as I'm doing it because I can't remember everything. I write down my list of everything that I need, and then I lay my list on the table. I try and go ahead and pull out the things that I need and put on the table or the bed, and that way I can go ahead and have everything right there within reach. In addition to that, when I'm making my list, I also separate my carry-on bag list from my suitcase list. And of course, and the same thing with my toiletry bag. My toiletry bag will end up in my suitcase, but I do pack it separate and make a separate list for that. All of my devices, like my iPad, my phone, my cords, things like that, I'm going to put into my carry-on bag, and I'm going to show you all that once I get that done. But anyway, in the meantime, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and eat, and then I'm going to pack my stuff and show you how I do it, and also give you some, maybe some other little tips that I've come up with or learned along the way of things that you can do in preparation for a trip. Things that you might want to take care of a week ahead of time versus a few days ahead of time. So anyway, let's get started. So I haven't put my stuff into my suitcase yet, but I did want to show you this. I bought these. These are called like travel cubes, and I purchased these from Wish. I think I only spent like maybe $5 for them. Some things with Wish you get, and it's pretty decent for what you spend, and some stuff is just junk, so you just kind of have to take your chances. I wouldn't really recommend buying clothing. I bought a couple pieces from there, and some of their jewelry. Some of their jewelry was okay, but anyway, I didn't have any luck with the clothing. Sorry, I'm tired and it's late. But anyway, so I got several cubes, and I'm not going to use them all this time. But the biggest one I got, I put all of my like everyday wear in. I've got a skirt, a shirt, 2 dresses, and 3 pants and 3, or not pants, but like 2 shorts, a pair of like knee pants, and then 3 t-shirts in here. And then this one I decided I would use for my swimwear, and I have actually got 3 bottoms, 2 tops, a cover up, and a wrap, and a pair of swim pants in here, if you can believe that. I got all that in here. In here here is like my bag for my night clothes. And so I actually have like a little eye mask and a pair of socks and a robe on top. But then I've got two like sweatpants and then two nightgowns. I thought I might need some pants because sometimes it gets cold in hotel rooms depending on how they have the air. So I got that in here. And I like these not just for compact purposes, but I like having my stuff sorted and separated. So when I need to get something, I can just like, if I'm getting ready to go swimming, I'll just pull this cube out and I can get my stuff out of this and then put it right back. And I don't have all my clothes getting all mixed up, sliding around with each other. A lot of times, especially when you're getting stuff out of your suitcase, because I don't really put my stuff in drawers unless I'm going to be there for a long time. You know, the less you have in your suitcase, every time you pick your suitcase up and put it down, everything's just kind of sliding and meshing together. So the other things that come with this little set, you get 3 of these little, this is called secret pouches. You know, one of them is this size, which I'm not going to be using. One of them is this size, and then one of them is this size. And I do have my undergarments in this one, so I am going to use that one. But basically, this is what's going in my suitcase. I also purchased this little hat at Target, and what I liked about it is a nice little sun hat, but it rolls up. And so, you know, a lot of times when you buy sun hats, you're kind of weary about it because you think, well, if I get a sun hat, it's going to get mashed in my luggage. This just unrolls, and then you got a little Velcro here, and you just Velcro it on the inside. And the only thing is that the top is out. Now, if you got hair up there, you're probably okay. You're still not going to get, you know, burnt on your scalp, hopefully. But, you know, it just depends on how you wear your hair, I guess. But this definitely will keep it off of your face. And like I said, I just like this one because you can roll it up. So that one's going in my suitcase also. I bought this at the Dollar Tree last year, but they do have them this year, and there's just these little bags. I use it for like a little, you know, when we go on any kind of little excursions or anything, if I want to take a towel or something, you know, my suntan lotion or sunscreen or something with me. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this and I am going to lay it flat in the bottom of my suitcase, and then I'm going to put the cubes on top of it. And then, you know, of course, I'm going to roll this hat up and I'll probably just stick it down in the side somewhere. As far as my shoes, I'm just taking my shoes and I'm just putting them in a Target bag just because I don't like them to get on other things. So I have got a pair of shoes in here that they're not really dressy, but they're just kind of like little gold sandals. And I'll probably wear this when we go out to eat dinner. And then I've got a pair of black Old Navy flip-flops in here. And then I'm going to wear my Chacos most of the time. I'm probably going to wear them on the plane, going down there, coming back, and I'll be wearing them on my short excursions and stuff. But black flip-flops I mainly have because I don't like walking around hotel rooms barefooted, and I also will probably use these in the shower. And maybe by the pool if we're going to be at the pool at the hotel. Now, if we're going to be doing water activities in the excursion area, I will probably have my Chacos because they can get wet. But these items I'm going to slide down in the sides in the little open spaces. And then I did put my jewelry in this little box here I showed, and it works really, really well. So I just kind of drop my earrings and my rings and different things in here. And I probably carry more jewelry than I need, but I have room for it. So I figure, you know, why waste the space? That way at least I've got a selection, and it's thin, and I can just slide it down in my suitcase also. And I will show you once I get that packed. I did have me a little clothes hamper from last time. I did find it. But I went ahead and purchased another one, no big deal. You know, I mean, these things are kind of flimsy, so it ain't like they're going to last a long time. But I am going to carry this. And I just took a little headband that I had, and I think you could probably use the straps to close it up. But I just took a little headband and wrapped it around it to keep it closed. And I'm going to slide that down into my suitcase as well. In one of the pockets. Something else that I take when I go on vacation, these little plastic hangers, and I couldn't tell you where I bought these from, but they are like, they got little hooks on them, and they're different colors, as you can see. And they're neat because you can hang this on like a little rod in your closet or in your shower. And I took these last time because they really didn't have anywhere to hang your bathing suits so they could dry. And so I took 2 of them, and I gave my coworker 2 of them so we could hang our bathing suits and stuff up on these. I had another one that looked kind of like a little round fold-out, little closed type thing that hangs up. that that was just too much for this kind of trip. Something else, and the only reason why I'm even considering taking this is because it doesn't take up a lot of space. But this is pretty neat when you go traveling as well. It's got suction cups on the back, and then it's got like little hooks. And so you can suction cup this into the side of the shower, because sometimes places you go don't have anywhere for you to hang your washcloths. And I don't like hanging mine over a drain or something like that. So anyway, I may take this, I may not. I haven't decided yet. This is the stuff that's going to go into my suitcase. Again, I've got some laundry going, so there's a couple pieces that I might have to add. But this is it for the most part. And then I'm going to pack my toiletry bag. To me, that's always the hardest because there's so many little items that you have to remember to put in there. And then finally, after I get that done, I am going to pack my carry-on bag. Okay, so basically, I've got my bags, or my suitcase pretty much packed. I'm trying to back off a little bit because I know I'm up close. But I just took all of the little cubes that I had bought, and I stood them up because this suitcase that I've got is actually, the top is as deep as the bottom. And so it comes with this little divider that I could have used, but since I'm going to have to use that space to close my suitcase, I just rolled that down. But basically I have, I think I went over this already, but I've got all my regular clothes in that. I set that down. I took my little jewelry container and I'm just kind of like sliding that in between this. This is my nightwear, my swimwear. Then I just, my little secret pouch I put up here. And then my shoes, I just put my flip-flops there and my sandals here. Tucked my hat there. And then my toiletry bag, which is like filled pretty good. I'm going to zip that up and I'm going to set that in here. So this is pretty much it. And it is packed. So much for me being a light packer. I tried, but at the end of the day, I wasn't sure which outfits I wanted, so I ended up filling this baby up. Hopefully, it will not weigh more than 50 pounds. But I did buy this suitcase at TJ Maxx, in case anybody's wondering. It's a Jessica Simpson, and one of the reasons why I bought this is because the suitcase that I had only had 2 wheels, and they did not spin. This is a 360. So it's just going to be a lot easier for me to get around the airport with this. And the suitcase without anything in it only weighs 8 pounds. So that's a plus. Now this is my carry-on bag. This is just an Eastpak backpack that I had got at Walmart. I bought this back in 2012 when we went to Disney World and needed something to carry all of our stuff in. And I absolutely love this backpack. This backpack is such a good backpack, and I have carried it everywhere. It has not torn up. But in the front pocket of this, I just put me some of my gummy bears. I'm going to snack on the plane. Let's see. Sorry. This next pocket here, trying to do everything one-handed. I guess I should have unzipped it before I started recording. In this pocket here, I've just got some of my medicine, some hand sanitizer, and then some of my antibacterial wipes. Then the middle section, which is the big section. This is my little pocketbook that I carry. It's not my big one. It's just one that's got, my main little essentials and stuff in it that I need. And it's lightweight, and that way I don't actually have to carry an extra pocketbook, and it will fit in my carry-on. And then I just brought me a light jacket just because you never know how cool it's going to be on the airplane. And then I just put this little Dollar Tree bag down in here. And basically, it's just, a little bag that I put my iPad in. I've got me a little white cloth to wipe off my screen. I put my eyeglass case in here. This has got my charger heads and my charger cord in it. And then I actually have to have 2 sets of earbuds because the connections on my iPad and my iPhone are completely different. So I've got those 2 in there. And I just set that right down into the middle of my, my carry-on bag, and it fits really good. And then last is just this back pocket. I think this was mainly supposed to be for like iPads and devices and stuff. But I put me a few magazines here for me to look at. Of course, my Word Find, the Prevention, and then Better Homes and Gardens. And then I have me a notebook, and then I also, my little wallet here that I travel with. It's got my passport, my itinerary, and my money in it. So, and then I've got me a pen in here as well to use for my crosswords and stuff. So that's what's in my carry-on. Hope you enjoyed this video that I did on packing for my vacation. I tried to do this in bits and pieces just because, you know, I'm just one of those people who are never prepared for anything. And I'm, you know, showing people how to do stuff, so go figure. But anyway, I'm getting ready to pack my van and hit the road, and so I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.